Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV304. It's the Tier 6 British SPG. It's located on the west spawn of Studzianki and it's under the command of Keys Arty. Now, this little tank has featured a lot just recently. We've had a lot of replays featuring the FV304 and some of them having quite a lot of success. Let's see how Keys get on. 4.5-inch howitzer. It's capable of 450 alpha and penetrates 28mm of armour. Now there's no other ammunition because it's basically sub 15 centimetre, but he's actually managed to get to a position which is nice and close without actually being too close. Fires a snapshot in at the Type 64. Unfortunately it doesn't work because it's not fully dialed in. This Arty isn't very accurate unless it's fully dialed in, but once it's fully dialed in it can be incredibly accurate. Nice solid hit for 192. If he penetrated that Type 64 he probably would have wiped him out, but he's going to give it another go. Grabs out and he gets him. He's stuck there and yep, made himself an easy kill. So first kill of the game for his team. Now, looking over the other side of the battlefield, we haven't seen an enemy tank over there yet. Now we have. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that KV-1 shielded for the moment because he's behind the building. Now, if some more enemy turn up, he might be able to get a shot. But you can see the shells are going to have to go up quite high and come down on the enemy. And that's one of the specialties of the FV304, having a very high trajectory over obstacles and rocks and anything like that. Now there is another tank there because I just saw a wall just like drop down, bit of dust kick up, so that indicates to me there's another tank in that vicinity, but we haven't spotted him yet. I guess he'll come into view very shortly. The KV-1's backing up and Keys is going to get a shot. Unfortunately it goes slightly to the right of the aim point. He's finding it very difficult to get a good shot from here because there's a couple of towers and they're blocking the shot, and that's why he's got a red line there, you see. If he tries to shoot at the corner, and yet we can see that dust being kicked up again, so something is there which is causing the dust to be thrown up. Now to the north we've got a T-52 and a KV-1. He's going to go for the KV-1, fully dialing in, rounds out. This looks good. Lights on the engine deck for 170. Now he is showing stun, but technically he shouldn't because the gun on this Arty is only 114.3mm, so it's a non-stun Arty. You can only presume it was hit by one of the other Artys on our team. We've got a Griller and an M44 on our team as well. Line up shot, ramps out. This looks good. Yep. And he's wiped out immediately afterwards by the Valiant. Okay, white. Now, who's next? You can still see that dust and there's a couple of walls went down there. So there is another enemy tank in the vicinity. In fact, it looks like it was a Cheetu. Now he doesn't want to get too close to those bushes because he might be spotted by the enemy, but he's trying to get as close as he can to lob a shell over the top of those buildings, and I think he's lined up now. Just needs that Cheetu to move a little further away, but I don't think he wants to. Okay, this way he can get around those towers. Oh, we just saw the Wolverine back up a little. And he looks as if he's got way too close. He's got to be patient and hope that the Cheetu or the Wolverine drives straight through. Yeah, he fires around in. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. But now he's got shots on two enemy vehicles. The Wolverine would make the better kill because of course he's actually firing into an empty vehicle with, or an empty top vehicle with very thin armour. But he actually gets a nice solid hit on the KV1 shielded for 151. He's moving to the center line, which is kind of dangerous, but it might actually work because he might be able to hit those enemy tanks from the center. Just hope that he doesn't get spotted by the enemy. If he does get spotted by the enemy, then he could be on the receiving end from an Arty round from the enemy M44 or Bishop. And he gets the kill on the KV1 shielded. Now the Wolverine is still there. Question is, where is he? Is he going to try a few blind shots? Yes, he is. And he kills Wolverine. No, the Chi too. So there is another tank there. The Wolverine is obviously in the same spot or nearabouts. He's waiting for our M10 to pop up. He fires a round in. No, didn't get it. But he must be still there. We didn't see him drive away. So in the meantime, we're going for the T-34-85M. Up near the railway line. Rounds out. Oh, nice hit again, 192. The Wolverines suddenly come into sight. We could get a shot. Unfortunately, now he's gone into the centre whilst we're following the T-34-85. The Wolverine's gone to a spot where he might be able to get a view on Key's FV304. So he needs to be careful now because the Wolverine just went round the corner up the railway line and he might be in the centre. Let's hope that the Valiant sees him. There he is. He was spotted. Now, we can get a shot on him. Let it dial in, let it settle. The one-shot kill if you do. And he does. So his 4th kill of the game for Keys. 1,134 hit points of damage. The M44's in sight. Okay, now, if he can get this one, he's moved a little bit closer and the M44 is wiped out. There's only 5 enemy left. They do have the Bishop still. Now, he's actually right on the edge of the trench in the middle of the map. There is a T-67 somewhere to the north. And there's the Bishop. He's actually fairly close. Okay, but I don't think he saw us. But he'll feel us. And that's the first hit for 149. The Nashorn's also in line. Can he get the kill with the next shot? Go for it. Rounds out. No, it zips over the top. That Bishop must still be there because he's very slow, Arty. And this time round he does get him. He did move, but only slightly. Okay, so there's still that Nashorn over in this corner. And we just saw him knock down a tree. Yep. That's why you don't knock trees down. It just gives away your position. We need some clue as to where he is now. Now our teammates are moving up the tree line, so they'll spot him very shortly. So when the next shell goes into the breach, hold it in there. And there's the Nashorn, he's in sight. Okay, let him have it. Oh, he fired behind him, hoping he would back up, and he didn't. But it looks like he's out the game, and that means now there's only one enemy left. It's the T-67, and he's to the north of the railway line. The Valiant's moving around the mound. They think he's in the corner. Now would be a good time for Keys to move over there as fast as he possibly can. Get close to the corner or close to the railway line. If he does manually spot the T-67, then he can rush towards the guy and quickly nail him with a shotgun. He's relying on the his teammates to find them. The P-43 is moving up. It seems that the Nashorn did kill one of our teammates that was going up the tree line before we got a chance to take him out, or before our teammates took him out. Now, he could be amongst those bushes, but it's more than likely that he's north of the railway line still. Unless, of course, he was the one who actually did kill the tank that was actually moving up the tree line. Well, if he is, our teammates are getting very, very close. Rounds out. No, he's not there. Oh, he is there. Now, let's look at him. Let him have it. And a nice kill shot to win the game. And he was spotted right at the end. Here's the end of battle stats for Keyscore Arty. He managed to get an ace tanker in the FV304. He also got a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12. And that last kill on the T67 with his 6th kill was his top gun. So very well done on getting that. Let's have a look at team score. Well, sadly, he didn't get the high caliber in that game because the highest damage was actually done by the T67 on his own team, who managed to get a high caliber for 2,452. Sadly, I think he was the one who actually got killed by the enemy T67, at least I think it may have been. Was he killed? Yes, he was. Sir Key, yes. That was the guy that was killed by Keys right at the end of the game. And yes, he did take him out. So it wasn't the Nashorn that got our T67. It was the enemy T67 that killed him. But he still got the high caliber anyway. So I'm sure he's happy with that. But Keys managed to get the second highest damage in the game, 1,992. And the third highest damage went to that Nashorn with 1,738. When it came to kills though, Keys got that one with 6 kills. 3 kills went to the T67 with the high caliber, and 2 kills went to the M44 on our team, the Nashorn on the enemy team, and their T3485M and their T67. When it came to base XP, it's the T67 who did best with 979, and then we've got Keys with 871. And 709 went to the Skoda T25. I think he got the highest base because he was tier 5 in a tier 6 game, and therefore he was hitting higher tier opponents every time he was shooting at them and scoring a much higher base XP out of the game. 26 shots fired, 11 direct hits, 3 penetrations on the enemy and 12 splash. Damage of 1,992 hit points, of which 919 were at more than 300 meters. So there was some close range shots in that game. The tanks he penetrated are the T67 right at the end of the game. He also penetrated the M10 Wolverine. I always said that one would be an easy kill if he could get the shell on target. In fact, if you remember, it was a blind kill in that direction as well. And he also penetrated the Type 64, the guy who was sitting in the middle who didn't move, and he could have been that he was tracked and he just couldn't move away or couldn't repair. He was waiting for his tracks to repair naturally rather than using his repair kit. But because he didn't move, Keys managed to get a nice little shot into the same spot and he was out the game. So a very good end to the battle. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 6, 23,901 hit points of damage, of which 9,352 was his profit to take away after ammunition and consumables. 871 XP, 654 for tactical training, 5,228 for personal missions payout, and took away 7,189 experience points altogether. So a very good game by Keys. It just goes to show again that the FV304 is a very good Arty. If you want to score an ace tanker, little hint there to Angelina and Talon, because so few people play it. And therefore, if you get a good result and you smack a lot of the enemy, you might actually end up with an ace tanker and win the weekend lion. Just a suggestion. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but those Arties that are not well played are much easier to get ace tankers in. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please do remember that every video you watch is helping to send money to the Ukrainian refugees, because we're contributing 100% of all the money we make from this channel to the Red Cross Ukraine appeals. So everything you watch is helping people in need at this moment. So please do watch as many of our videos as you can, and then hopefully more people will get money and they'll be protected whilst this war rages on. Thanks for watching.